Good morning again, and today is day 26. Can you even believe it? We've gone 26 days. We're just 2 days short of 4 weeks, and we're hitting the final stretch. And I want to get real serious today. Okay? So, day 26, let's start with what we always start with. Yesterday's verse was Matthew 6:33. Seek first God's kingdom above all else and live righteously, and he will give you everything you need. Seek first God's kingdom. Now, I want to ask you a question. I know in life, sometimes life can deal us some bad cards or some heavy blows, if you will. And what that does a lot of times for a lot of people is it makes us gun shy. It makes us not able to really dream. And God wants us to dream. Do you believe that? In fact, the theme of the week was Isaiah 43:19, where God says, I am about to do something new. So let me ask you a serious question today. If God was going to do something new in your life, do you think that you could believe it? Do you think that you could believe it? What do I mean by that? I mean, like if you were to really dream, do your dreams leave room for God to do something amazing on God's level, not on our level, but on God's level? Or are they kind of limited to our experiences, our pains, what we've gone through, that kind of stuff? So I don't forget it, be sure and put the fire emoji in the chat if you wrote it down, posted it, and memorized it. Matthew 6:33. But listen, we have this week, here's what we focused on. We focused on that God is wanting to do something new, okay? Not that he's wanting to, that he's going to. He's already doing it, right? And then we focused in on Jeremiah 29:11. I know the plans I have for you, right? Not for disaster, but for good. If God is planning some good things for us, what could that possibly look like? And then we went to Romans 15:13, that God is our source of hope. Okay? So if God is our source of hope, not us, not our own experiences, not our own smarts, not our own strengths, not our own skills, but God is our source of hope, and we seek first his kingdom, and he's going to add all these things to us, I think it's time to start dreaming again. I think it's time to start dreaming again. In fact, what if we went this way? God says, I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a hope and a future. He knows the plans. What if we ask him? What if we say, okay, God, I got to know. I want to know some of the plans. I don't need to see everything, but I want a glimpse. I want to be able to believe again. I want to be able to dream again. I want to be able to hope again for something amazing in my life. I don't believe that God for a second wants us to just be average. I don't think so. In fact, I think he's looking for somebody who will honestly do Matthew 6:33, seek first his kingdom and enter into his promised land. I'm going to go a couple minutes extra today because I think today's is absolutely critical. What if we went back to that quote that I gave several days ago? Anxiety is seeing the future without God in it. I want to go one step further. My guess is you've been seeing the future a lot without God in it. What if you started seeing the future with God in it? Let's go back to Caleb. Okay? You go back to the book of Numbers, and he's one of the 12 spies. He goes into the promised land. Now, this is the promised land. What does that even mean? God had promised this land, right? This wasn't just like, oh, I'm holding on to this promise. No, God had said to Abraham 400 and some years before, we're going to give you this land. Now he's saying to the Israelites who just got out of Egypt, you're going to the land that's been promised for hundreds of years. You're going. I'm taking you there. And they get to the edge of it. They've been wandering in the wilderness, seeing miracle after miracle. God's proof that he's taken them to the promised land. That's God's proof, right? He parts the Red Sea, lets them walk through on dry land. Then he brings the Egyptians in, and I have a feeling it got a little bit muddy and they got a little bit stuck, and then he closed the waters in on them, right? I mean, miracle. Then the food in the wilderness, manna. Only time in the history of the world that manna has existed, and yet there it was, little dew Twinkies, I call them, that they would go and collect every day, and that would be their food. And God's like, I'll give you more tomorrow, don't worry about it, just eat it up. And then they're like, man, but we would like meat. So he flew in some quails onto their plate, right? Gave them some meat in the wilderness, water out of a rock. I mean, it was miracle after miracle after miracle. He wrote the 10 Commandments with his finger on a stone. He said, I'm going to give you that promised land. So they go in, and it's amazing. It's mind-blowing land. That's what I want you to dream. I want you to dream something mind-blowing, something that is God-sized. And I want you to write it down. That's the assignment today, to write down a dream. Write down something that would be awesome. Like, if I could go here in my life, that would be awesome. If I could see my loved ones saved, that would be awesome. If I could witness to my friends, that would be awesome. If I could see our church grow again, that would be awesome. If I could, you fill in the blank. I don't want to dream for you. What is your dream? Do you have a dream house somewhere? Do you have a dream job somewhere? Do you have a dream mission somewhere? What is it? Allow God to dream in you. Remember, we're seeking first his kingdom. We're looking for what he's doing. He's about to do something new. He knows the plans he has for us. So let's ask him, what are your plans for us? Back to Caleb. Caleb goes in, he comes back, he's like, the land is awesome and it's ours. And everybody complains and whines, and they get the rest of the people to see the future without God in it. And God says, I don't want those kind of people. I do not want those kind of people following me. So they're going to die right there in the wilderness. Right there in the wilderness. They're going to die. And once they die, then Caleb, guess what? You get that land. And he goes into that land, and you read about it in Joshua. He's 85 years old. 85. And he's already fought his way into the land, and they're taking the land. And he gets to the end, and they've taken the land and they're dividing the land, and he's like, listen, Moses promised me the land with the mountains. I don't know about you, but when I get old, I keep thinking about, man, it'd be nice to get a ranch style house that doesn't even have any stairs, right? This is the way that I've been thinking for years. And now God's doing something new in me too, just the same as he's doing something in you. He's renewing our mind, and we're going to start thinking bigger than, let me eliminate the stairs. We're going to start thinking like Caleb, give me the mountains. Give me the mountains. Oh, but that's where the giants live. That's okay. I'm going to fight them. I'm stronger today than I was when I was 40, when I went into the land. I'm 85 right now, and God has kept me strong. That's what Caleb said. And he went in and he took it. He took it. People, listen to me. We're dreaming dreams that do not honor God at all. That do not honor God at all. If we're going to honor God with our dreams, then we need to get God-sized dreams. Dreams that blow our mind. That blow our mind. Those are God-sized dreams. Like David walking up and seeing Goliath. He has the whole army scared. And yet David said, no, I can do that. Through God, I can do all things. This battle belongs to the Lord. This battle belongs to the Lord. And that leads me to tomorrow's verse. So your assignment is to write down some dreams. Just brainstorm. Don't wait for the perfect one. Just start writing. Say, God, what are your plans for me? Show me some God-sized plans. Blow my mind. And start writing them down. If you get a whole page or 10 pages, so be it. And then let him whittle it down from there. But just start dreaming. Because if you can shoot for the moon, or if you can shoot for the stars, you can hit the moon. But if you shoot for, the tree across the street, you're probably not even going to be motivated to go for it. So don't be afraid to dream. Don't be afraid. Satan doesn't want you dreaming. And listen to what Jesus said. This is the verse for tomorrow. It's John 14:12-14. I tell you the truth. Jesus starts with that. We better pay attention to this. I tell you the truth. Anyone who believes in me will do the same works I have done, and even greater works, because I am going to be with the Father. You can ask for anything in my name, and I will do it, so that the Son can bring glory to the Father. Yes, ask me for anything in my name, and I will do it. If we're seeking his kingdom, the things we're going to ask for are going to be the right things, and he's going to do them. He's going to do them. Dare to dream again. Dare to dream again. Listen, you know God and his word now. That was the first week. You have learned to trust God and his word. That was the second week. You've learned to obey God and his word. That was the third week. And now we're worried about dreaming again. Letting him expand our dreams to be God-sized dreams. So go and do it. Take care of that assignment today. Sorry I went a little bit long, but I hope this inspires you today to really write out something that God is showing you to write down. And you know what? Write your own thoughts too, because God will help differentiate. But if you dream small enough that it's only your dream, then you're missing a whole world of dream potential. Because when God dreams, it's not small. When he told Abraham, your descendants will be like the stars in the sky or the sand on the seashore, that's a God-sized dream. That's a God-sized dream. Dream beyond your own family. Dream beyond your own lifetime. Whatever you need to do to dream today, just start writing and saying, God, show me the plans you have for me. Hey, God bless you. Day 26 in the books. Make it a great one. Make it a great one. Take a half hour if you need to dream, but make it a great one. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless you.